ever seriously considered skipping going to college just so you can actually afford buying a horse, then this video is for you. In today's episode, we are going to be diving into how you can actually afford a horse. We're going to have 5 super creative ideas on how you can actually make money in order to afford a horse and still actually afford to, do things like pay rent or have electricity and, actually pay for your own doctor bills and not just your horsey vet bills, because, we've all done that before as equestrians. I don't really need to go to the hospital, do I? Hello fellow equestrians, my name is Krystal and I've worked internationally as a level 2 FEI show jumping and dressage rider, trainer, and coach for the past 15 years now in over 20 countries. Not only that, but I'm also a polo player, a long rider, an endurance rider, and I'm on a mission to help equestrians achieve their riding goals. The biggest thing I want to mention before diving into these 5 creative ways you can make money to afford horses is that as equestrians, we often make this really big mistake in not having any financial plan and just not managing our money. We need to be able to plan and manage our money better than anyone else because we have a 1,200-pound animal we have to take care of. And I know it's socially acceptable amongst equestrians to drop $600 for a chiropractor for your horse, but for some reason, you wouldn't spend that $5 on a chiropractor for yourself. And that's just not right. We need to take care of ourselves just as much as we take care of our horses, because if we get injured or if something happens to us or we can't pay the bills, then we won't be able to spend as much time with our horses as we want because we have to have a second job or a third job and we're just too tired to see them except for on the weekends, which is not what we want. We have horses because we love them and we want to spend time with them, and it is our moral obligation to be sure we can spend at least an hour or two, 4 to 6 days a week with our horses. Horses in the wild cover about 30 miles a day just searching for food and for water, and it's very unhealthy for us to expect them to be happy with just 1 hour of exercise each day. So be sure that when you're going through your budget for how much money you need to save in order to buy a horse, you also need to be budgeting, in a way, your time. How much time are you going to be able to spend with your horse? Is your horse going to be able to be outside all the time? Is it going to get a lot of exercise? Or are you going to be able to spend a little bit of extra money for someone else to ride or exercise your horse, even if you aren't able to show up every day? But if you are on a budget, be prepared to spend a couple hours each day with your horse and put that plan into your long-term vision. Horses can live to about 30 years old, so, it's not good enough to just come up with a plan for the next 1 year. You need to think about this as a long-term financial plan. That means you must find out your exact budget, both the investment of your time and your money when you're thinking about buying a horse. Calculate your realistic budget and time budget for at least the next 10 years in advance, so that way you know that your horse is cared for even if you were to get a new job or graduate from college or whatever life throws at you over the next 10, 15, 20 years. We owe it to our horses to plan in advance. That way we can care for them in the long term. Now, our 5 tips on how to afford horses. Number 1, create multiple accounts in your bank. 1 checking account for your bills, 1 checking account for your investments, 1 savings account for emergencies, and 1 savings account for your horse fund. Lots of banks offer the option of having multiple accounts online. You can automatically set up your accounts so that your paycheck each month goes automatically into the different accounts. Your paycheck should have about 50% go for your bills, 15% for emergencies, 15% for investments, and 20% should be going into your horse fund. You can always adjust the percentage amounts, so maybe 1 month you don't eat out or you don't go to the movies, so you put an extra 30% into your horse fund, for example. But the thing that should never change is actually your bills. Your bills should never account for more than 50% of your paycheck. So if you are living paycheck to paycheck right now and you feel like, you're totally unable to set aside any money for savings for your horse fund, then you need to do 2 things, which we are going to cover in tip number 2. Number 2, the first thing that you should do is decrease your bills and your spending. That means delete Netflix, move to a cheaper apartment, ride a bike to work instead of, paying for fuel or gas. You need to be creative and decrease your bills. This might mean stop having, Starbucks coffee every morning, whatever. But I'm sure that if you look at your bills, that there are some things which you could do without. Number 2, you need to get a raise. Ask your boss where you are currently working for a raise. If wherever you're working you feel like a raise is just completely out of the question, then what you need to do is follow steps number 3 through 5. Number 3, get a side hustle. Now, you don't necessarily have to have a lemonade stand. There are a lot of side hustles you could be doing to help you to afford a horse. One of these examples is to actually become an affiliate. So, for example, if you go to the Equestrian Adventuresses website, you will see on the bottom here a little affiliate membership. Basically, what you do is you sign up for this affiliate program, and then you are going to be given a special link. When you get that special link, basically what happens is anytime you promote the Equestrian Adventuresses audiobooks or their book series, you are actually going to be getting a commission anytime anyone purchases any of those products. Now, when you get a commission, the people who purchase the books, the audiobooks, they actually don't get charged any extra money, okay? So this is coming out of the affiliate program itself. So you are getting a little commission. Now, there's lots of websites out there that offer affiliates. For example, Amazon. Amazon also offers an affiliate marketing program. Now, the problem is if you don't have a large social media following or a blog, then you're not going to actually be able to qualify for, something like Amazon or maybe some of these other programs. Of course, if you do have a following, then you can definitely apply and then you can start promoting your favorite products. However, if you don't have a big blog or social media following, then I would suggest heading over to the Equestrian Adventuresses website and then signing up for their affiliate program, reading through their books and audiobooks. Make sure that they're actual horsey books that you enjoy and that you would enjoy, that you think that your audience would enjoy reading. And then you can promote it to your friends, to your family, and to your audience on Instagram or on Pinterest. You can start a blog, whatever. As soon as anyone clicks onto your special link and they make a purchase of one of those books, then you would be getting a commission. Now, I personally know people who are making thousands of dollars a month just from having an affiliate marketing program like this. So that's selling not even your own products, that's selling other people's products. It's very easy and doable to make $1,000 a month income. So as a side income, just to post a few pictures on Instagram promoting these, horsey travel books or whatever, I think it's a pretty good side hustle to have. Number 4, start a blog. Have you heard of Medium? Now, you might have heard of having a blog the traditional way. You pay for a domain, and then you have to pay for like a WordPress site, and blah, you have to pay for all of these things. Well, there's actually a website called Medium. You don't have to pay anything. You don't have to pay to set up your own website. You basically just go and you sign up for a Medium account, and then you can start publishing blogs right away, today. And the great news is Medium will actually pay you money based on the people who are reading your blogs. The thing to know about blogging is you should not expect to be getting money right away. Okay, this is something that's going to take some time, and if you really want to see some results, then I recommend you blog every single day for the next year. Also, when it comes to blogs, nobody really wants to hear about your personal stories on Medium. They want to solve their problems. So you need to find a topic which you are interested in, which you can actually help people to solve their problems. So maybe, it is horse related, or maybe it's not. Maybe, you're really good at writing. Maybe you're really good at whatever it is. Maybe you're a really super amazing DIY expert and you have all kinds of knowledge about how to DIY stuff. So when you go to make your blog, you need to do a little bit of research and actually find out what type of problems people are having and what kind of blogs that they are looking for to answer their questions on how to solve that problem. And then every day, if you write a blog about how to solve those different problems, then definitely after a year of blogging every day, you can for sure make a bit of an income out of this. You can even do pretty well considering how popular your blogs are. Now, if you can't commit to a daily blog, you don't have to do it every single day. If you can only commit, 5 times a week or once a week or whatever, that's fine. But you still need to be sure that you are able to publish regularly and consistently for the next year if you want to see any results. You can't just upload a blog once every 6 months and hope that you're going to make some money out of this. And the last tip is tip number 5, invest. This is something equestrians just don't talk about enough. Remember at the beginning of this video when I said to have one account for investments? So I said you should have an account for your horsey fund, an account to pay your bills. Well, one of them is for investments. The reason that this is so important is because over time, this investment account is going to do something super special for you. I'm talking about the magic of compounding. For example, if you were to put $100 a month into your investments account, and that investment account is, for example, a Webull stock trading app. So that is what I personally use, okay? So I have the Webull app, and every month I deposit at least $100 into this app. So this is what can happen over time. First, you're going to make your account on Webull. Second, you're going to deposit your initial $100 fees, and then you're going to receive 2 stocks completely for free just for signing up and depositing $100. Now, those stocks over time are going to increase in value. Now, you can also just sell them if you want to and put them into other stocks. What I would suggest is that you don't even have to be a professional stock trader. You don't even have to know what all of the squiggly lines mean. All you need to do is research stocks which you believe in. So for example, have you heard of a company called Apple or Amazon? How about Levi Jeans? These are all stocks which you can invest in on this Webull app. So a lot of people, they think, oh, well, I can't afford, some stocks of Apple. Well, Apple is $100. So if you deposited $100, at the time of this video, then you could actually afford an Apple share. And what about Levi Jeans? Well, at the time of this video, Levi Jeans was only $12. You could buy multiple stocks with $100 of Levi Jeans. So do a little bit of research and find the stocks which you personally know about and which you think would never, ever, ever go bankrupt. So I'm talking about the big boys, maybe Walmart, maybe Amazon, Netflix, Home Depot, all of these companies or brands which you use on a daily basis. All you have to do is open up this Webull app account, put in a little bit of money each month, select the stocks which you believe in most, and just let it sit. You don't have to do anything else. Put your money where you believe, spread it out into multiple things, and then just wait and let it sit. Now, the beauty of compounding is that over time, you are going to get quite a lot of bang for your buck. If you start with $1,000 in your investment account, then in 20 years, with $100 a month deposit and a 5% return each year, just for buying the stocks once and then sitting on them, you could have $42,332.44. $40,000 is a down payment on a house. So just imagine in 20 years, only saving $100 every month, you could actually have a down payment on a house. That is pretty spectacular, and that's just from compounding. So that is why it's super important to have a special account for investments, because that extra money that you have can go towards starting your own business or buying real estate properties or whatever. Being financially responsible is the best thing that you could do for yourself if you want to be able to afford horses, not just now, but forever in the long run. If you are interested in signing up for Webull, I'm actually going to include a link down below in the show notes so you can get your first 2 stocks completely free once you've deposited that $100 into your account, okay? 2 stocks completely on the house, and these stocks could be anywhere from $12 to $1,600 in value, so it's definitely worth signing up. Now again, I just want to say, I only suggest that you pick stocks that you know and you love, so be sure that you research and you just spend a little bit of time. You don't have to be an expert, but if you like Starbucks, or if you like Levi Jeans, or an American Express credit cards, or T-Mobile cellular phones, invest in the products and the stocks which you can afford and which you love, and then make sure to diversify and buy multiple shares of different stocks. Don't just again, put all of your eggs in one basket. Now on the Webull app, it's great because you can actually have a look at their charts, and you can do a little bit of research, on your computer or on your phone, but it's super easy to invest in the stocks. It's really just click and that's it. So anyone can do it, anyone can learn this. There is no excuse of you not being like technologically, whatever, because we're equestrians. Throw that out the window. Anyone can do this. If you can operate a cell phone, then you can invest in stocks. Let me know in the comments if there's any other cool ideas that you have for affording horses, or if you've enjoyed these 5 tips, let me know by hitting the like button and subscribing to this channel. That's it for now. I'll see you next week.